Senator Tom Cotton to the program. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you, Senator Cotton. I may see you tonight, maybe. I'm not sure about that, but Happy New Year if I do or I don't.
Good morning, Hugh, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and all your listeners.
I want to begin. I just finished talking to Dr. Michael Oren, Deputy Minister of Israel, about Resolution 2332, which you've condemned and I've condemned. And at the end of it, which I did not get to air, I asked him about moving the embassy from the American embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Here is that exchange. I want the audience to hear it. Let me ask you, and I'll post this on the website, Mr. Ambassador, so people can understand this, and we'll rebroadcast it in the third hour. Is there a attempt here to box in Donald Trump on moving the embassy to Jerusalem? The president-elect has said he's going to do that. Kellyanne Conway said it's going to happen on this radio show. Do you welcome that, and do you see this as an attempt to stop President-elect Trump from doing that?
Well, let me work it backwards. We welcome the movement of the American embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, but 68 years late, and I don't think that anybody can stop Donald Trump if he's intended on doing it.
6 to 8 years late. So you expect it to happen very, very quickly?
Late.
Yeah. Yes, okay.
No, since
68.
1948, Ken.
And so do you expect it to happen quickly in President-elect Trump's administration?
I hope it will.
You're not afraid of, some people have said that will launch another intifada. You're not afraid of that?
I'm not afraid of it, no.
Right.
Not afraid of it.
Deputy Minister Oren, great to have you. Thank you for joining me. And so that was the interview, Tom Cotton. Do you expect President-elect Trump to move the United States Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem quickly?
I do expect President-elect Trump will move the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, and I hope and encourage him to do so. It's been the official position of the Republican Party for many years, and he has all the authority he needs under U.S. law. I think it's insulting that we would single out Israel as the only nation where we don't put our embassy in their capital, and everyone knows that whatever the shape of an ultimate Israel-Palestine agreement might be, that Jerusalem will be the capital of Israel, as it has been for thousands of years.
What do you put down Resolution 2332's non-veto to?
Well, it's a fitting coda for President Obama's foreign policy that he abstained. President Obama has abstained from leadership in the world for 8 years. There's no doubt in my mind that President Obama and his senior diplomats helped coordinate the vote. They've only claimed that they did not draft it and did not introduce it. That leaves a lot of wiggle room if you parse their words for having suggested the drafting or revised it or lobbied other members to vote for it. I think that this is an effort of Barack Obama to try to put one final insult towards Benjamin Netanyahu and cements his legacy of the most anti-Israel president we've had in the modern state of Israel.
Now, we've got people like Josh Mandel, who you've endorsed for the United States Senate race in Ohio, running against Sherrod Brown. Sherrod Brown had to come out and give this absurd statement that was the weakest need, weak tea statement. All Democrats are caught in this box, aren't they? They're supposedly pro-Israel, and here, this is genuinely damaging to Israel, Senator Cotton, as you instantly understood, and I don't know that many people do, the ramifications of a UN resolution condemning Israel's action as criminal.
Hugh, this is very damaging to Israel's interests. It will encourage adversarial nations around the world to try to impose sanctions. It will encourage those left-wing extremists in America to try to boycott, divest, or sanction Israel through state pension funds or private investment funds or and so forth. This is an effort to delegitimize Israel. That's one reason why I think moving the embassy to Israel is important, because it will be a step to re-legitimize Israel, in my opinion. Moreover, Republicans in Congress will carefully review every form of assistance we provide to the United Nations, and I think we should seriously consider withholding all funds from the United Nations until this anti-Israel resolution is rescinded entirely.
Senator Graham has proposed that as well, and that would be welcome, and I don't know that Democrats could vote against it in an appropriation bill. It's also credible political leverage. How quickly can that happen?
Well, it could happen in the very early days of the next Congress. You know, we're currently operating under a budget that only goes into, I think, April. So in the first 100 days, we could address some of the UN's crimes. I mean, let's face it, the UN has failed to do much good in the world for a long time. They protect dictators, they protect anti-Semites, they protect child rapists around the world. Without substantial reform of the UN, starting with its very troublesome habit of singling out Israel, I think the United States needs to reconsider our support for the UN and perhaps even our membership in the UN.
We got 1 minute left, Senator Cotton. Is there a hearing do you anticipate a hearing where we get to the bottom of how this happened? Because it seems to me that Sisi has told the Israelis that they got arm twisted into doing this until President Trump said stop, President-elect Trump said stop, and then he stopped. Are we going to get to the bottom of this?
I believe we will get to the bottom of it. You've heard Ambassador Dermer, Israel's ambassador to the United States, saying that they will present their evidence and factual support for these claims to the incoming administration. I suspect Donald Trump and his administration may reveal that information to the American people. But the bottom line is this. Any American with any common sense knows that Senegal and Malaysia don't set the agenda for the Security Council. The United States does. And this resolution would not have gone forward if the United States did not want it to go forward. That's not just abstaining from a veto, but making it clear to the other 14 members of the Security Council that the United States wanted the resolution to move ahead.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Senator Tom Cotton, thank you for joining me. Happy New Year to you. Perhaps I'll see you later. Don't go anywhere, America. I'll be right back.